We're bridging Hollywood sports and technology. So for us, we have a company we invested in that we got Beyonce, not only as an advisor, but to invest, and they're doing their tour. So what does that do for a company that's $4 million? Boom, the valuation pops up. So I think for us, we're trying to find, everyone's looking at VR, everyone's looking at driverless cars, everyone's looking into esports, but what's the right fit? And we're taking a lot of bets around esports and VR, et cetera. And I think buying the team is going to give us access to things that we don't even know about. Like a year from now, I might be talking about something totally different. So, but content and digital content, and there's a company we invested in that's actually changing a deck of cards. I'd love to see Gary talk about that one day, but no one's ever done that before, except Uno. And they still make $100 million. So this guy's changing a deck of cards like and we think that...
And Pokemon. And Dungeons and Dragons.
Right, well, Magic.
Or Magic.
Sure. But yeah, I don't think there's like a playbook, to say. But we're really looking for the right founders with the big vision and big marketing caps.
Cool. Eric, what about you, man?
So I would say a lot of everything that Amish just said turns into engagement, right? So anything to do with employee engagement, fan engagement, consumer engagement, anything that's engaging the brands and the consumers at the same time, I think is a good bet. 18 months ago, I would have said financial tech, did a bunch of stuff there, but now I believe engagement is the real answer, and that anything that's empowering brands to reach their consumers or brands to reach businesses that interact with them.
Yeah.
And I'll say one other thing, anything that allows me to do something faster without actually talking to somebody. So I think that's...
In Bradford, I mean, you've got a very focused investment area. Is that the only thing you're doing, or are you looking to expand out from what you're doing?
Well, we produce events, and esports are inherently events. So when we're investing in events and developing events, we're looking at the strength of the community around those events or the potential for that community, because that's going to create sustainability. And when you're looking at something like esports, or any sport really, you want to see that there are people actually participating in these sports themselves, right? Because nobody's going to go watch a sport. Maybe they will, but for the most part, people aren't going to watch a sport they know nothing about and haven't played themselves, right? People watch baseball because everybody grew up playing t-ball. When you're looking at esports, now everyone's growing up playing video games, so their heroes are going to be esports people. So, there are some parallels there. When we're looking at markets for participant-based sports, we want to see that it's there, that there's a community around it.
So, Gary, how about you? We all know that it's been Facebook, it's been Birchbox, it's been Uber, it's been Snapchat, it's been Twitter, it's been Tumblr, it's been 100 other companies. What gets you? Why do you invest in certain people?
I had a really good run when I decided in 2006 that social media was going to be a thing, because I thought that that's what you're going to do before you thought you were going to do it. I thought all the people that were 30 and 40 and 50 that said to me that they would never be on Facebook were going to be, and I was right. And I think that's the theme that we're talking a lot about. I love the IP play, like what's going to be the thing that people actually go to. EDM music, that's a big business and kind of event-driven stuff. So for me, it's always what's practically going to happen in 2 to 3 years, because if you go too far out, we'll lose. Those companies will go out of business. So I'm always reverse engineering where I think attention is going to be 2 to 3 years out. So for example, VR, we talked a little bit about. I'm very bullish on it, but I think it's internet 91, 92. So I've spent a lot of time in the last year looking at who made money from 91 to 99 when the infrastructure was happening. So for me on VR, while a lot of people are investing in consumer facing, because I think you're gonna wait a little while before you put on contact lenses and disappear into the world or wear glasses, I'm gonna invest in the B2B infrastructure around where VR is gonna be in a decade. It's funny, I'm enjoying sitting next to Eric. I think I agree on a lot of stuff. He said it one way, I'll say it in another way. The last thing he said was doing something faster without humans. I have a very similar point of view on this. Any company that takes time and sells it back to you by making your life go faster is very interesting to me. I actually think that's what Uber does. Uber actually sells time, or the perception of time. You hit the button, you think your car's coming. So anything that allows you to save time, because I believe time is the massive emerging product in our society. Like we give up everything, money, privacy. We give up everything for time. Everything for speed. So I'm very bullish on those themes. And I'm also looking at esports very aggressively. And then I look at esports the way I look at UFC. I think it's the last thing that's happened that I can make a parallel to. So, for example, I'm very much looking for the tap out, the merchandising company around esports is very fascinating to me because I think that'll be a very practical business. I already see a lot of kids running around New York City wearing esports t-shirts of their favorite teams or stars. So, those are, I think the themes we're talking about here are very in track for me. And then the one random thing, just if we're to shoot the shit, fully integrated direct-to-consumer products. I'm very fascinated by the toothpaste and the peanut butter that's going to win the game of you ordering it directly from them and just showing up to your house once a month and things of that nature. I think that's a big space.